So it's September 11 today. One of the scariest days in the history of all of us, I reckon. I remember very clearly where I was sitting when that second plane hit. I think it was the beginning of what I currently refer to as fear porn. You know, it makes TV really scary. And I think we have become masters of fear porn, where there's basically scary stuff constantly happening on TV, right? If there was 1,000 things happening in the world right now that were all newsworthy, they would pick the 3 scariest and put them on the news. Why is that? What is going on with that, you know? You know, for example, like there was this lady down in Melbourne, of course. Everything's happening down in Melbourne at the moment, right? So a pregnant lady getting harassed for sitting on a park bench, out of breath. Stick it on TV, make everybody scared. And then there was an old lady who was basically out of breath and she was on her phone sitting on a park bench, arrested. A lawbreaker, criminal. She had no idea what was going on, but she was arrested anyway. Some ridiculous things going on. You know, did you know that this is insane? And if you don't really understand what this means, the Fed, so there's this thing called modern monetary theory, right? Where it's kind of like, oh, this is how money works, which is a concept that they're testing. Just like, you know, there's been lots of concepts that have been tested over the years. And MMT is one of them. Let's have a look at some beautiful beach. They basically print. That's the theory. The modern monetary theory is, oh, if something's wrong, print money. So at the moment, they're buying $1 billion, and I repeat, with emphasis, $1 billion worth of assets, the Fed, every hour. That is freaking fathomable. It's mind-blowing. Yeah, and to be honest, it's not good. It's not good for anybody. It's certainly not good for you. It's not good for me. But you need to know what that means. There was a state, a little island off Vancouver Island, a little community there. They had a community meeting and they passed something with the international law that says that all the corona laws are illegal. So they don't have to social distance. They don't have to wear masks. They don't have to freak out and comply. They've passed a law in their own community with a community meeting with international laws that have made it legit and legal for them to say GFYS. You can look that up, which I think is pretty exciting. By the way, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you some cool stuff. I'm going to be teaching you some really interesting things. So you probably know, I've been running workshops on goals and stuff for a long time. My goals have made a huge difference to my life. I'm going to give you a couple of little nuggets today on that. I'm going to teach you some really simple stuff about your personal finances, because I've had a lot of people come to me over the last couple of weeks since I started sharing these videos about their personal finances and about how to do a couple of little things and how some of the things that I've said have triggered them to go and take actions, which is super duper. I like it when people make changes. It's great because, quite frankly, you got to right now. There is a lot of hairy stuff going on. And I'm also going to, if you have your own business, particularly if you're kind of new to it, your own startup, or maybe you're a coach or a thought leader or something here in this wonderful town of Bondi, I'm going to give you a little nugget, and it's got something to do with this. I'm going to teach you how to use this to grow your business. So stick around. Americans on Amazon, apparently there were some dodgy seeds that got sent to America, apparently from bad China. And so now on Amazon, which is obviously the store of the world in America, you're only allowed to buy seeds that are produced in America. And guess who owns most of those seeds? Monsanto. So you are now only allowed to buy seeds produced in America because apparently the seeds from anywhere else in the world are deadly and they're going to kill you, like everything else on the fear-based news, fear porn. It's going to kill you. Look at these guys. Exhibit A. There we go. They're probably telling a great story because it's Bondi, right? They only have good things happening here. Anyway, so let's talk about something that's very useful for you. So if you are, oh, by the way, when it comes to studying the food supply stuff, check out a guy called Ice Age Farmer. I know I've been talking about food supply shortages and those sorts of things. If you want some proof, if you want to go study it yourself, Ice Age Farmer is a really good thought leader. very data based. He brings up lots of facts and stats and stuff on his videos. So if you want to learn some good stuff, check him out. Also Dollar Vigilante. I can't speak highly enough of that guy. Super funny videos, super smart dude. He's in a great position and he just shares all his wisdom. It's really cool. He doesn't promote or sell his stuff. Well, he does a little bit, of course. So look, when it comes to goals, you have to write some goals down. If you want your life to be better, and I'm sharing this to the people who've been reaching out and saying they're getting value out of my videos, right? I do want to just share the current events and politics and what's going on around here and all those sorts of things. But I think it's pretty cool to actually share some free information for people that are in a position where, you know, a lot of people right now are in a state of change. Their life has changed a lot. And so I want to really help as many people as I can with all the years of study that I've had. Like I've had 10 years of full-time study into this kind of stuff. Anyway, when it comes to goals, there's 4 categories that you need to think about. Number 1, daily goals, like something you can do every day, like this guy, right? Running on the beach, like these keys down here. Doing that every day, super duper goal. Short-term goals, so something you can achieve relatively quickly. For example, cook your mum a roast, send your grandma a letter saying how much you love her and how much you're grateful for her. Things like, you know, do your tax return, that sort of stuff. And then you got medium-term goals as well, which is things like, you know, move house, clean out your garage. Oh, that's not really medium. Leave your job, start a business, all those sorts of things, lose 10 kilos, that sort of stuff. But then there's long-term goals, and this is what I want to focus on today, macro, super duper long-term goals. Because what is also going on in your life is a direction like a fish, you know, or like a boat. A boat doesn't necessarily sail straight to its destination. It's always like this. It's always like swishing around in the ocean and whatever. So just by having one super duper macro goal, a really ultra long-term goal, for example, where do you want to be when you're 65? What's your legacy? What's the thing you want to leave to the world? What do you want them to say at your funeral, for example? If you get clear on that, what's the one super duper gift you want to leave to this planet? That enables you to navigate through all the choices. You know, if you get offered a promotion, it's either A or B. So it's really obvious if that promotion is going to get you closer to that long-term ultra macro goal, right? Or if you meet somebody and you're thinking, oh, should I date this person? Or should I move to this town? A really important way to think about your goals, to pick something super duper long-term down the track. That's what vision boards are great for. Vision boards are really powerful in that respect because they're structured in a short-term, medium-term, and long-term way that gives you some clarity on how to sort of, you know, direct your life and make big decisions. Vision and Vino is a great event that putting on at my house tonight, but you're too late to get tickets to that. I think there might be one left, but anyway, where attention goes, energy flows and results show. That kind of sums it all up. Now, when it comes to your personal finances, because as you know, that's one of the things that I love to help people with, and I've had a lot of people come and do one-on-one sessions with me over the last few weeks, and one of the things I really want you to understand when it comes to personal finances, most people do that assessment in their head whilst they're perhaps sitting on a bus, or maybe they're just having a coffee and they think, oh, you know, rent's about this much, gas and electricity is about this much, my food's about this much, and they kind of add it up. That adds up to about 80% because there are annual things, quarterly things, monthly things, weekly things, and daily things. So there's a free spreadsheet on masteryourmoney.today. That is my gift to you, my gift to the world. It'll help you to get a real strong view, super clarity on your personal finances. And it's free, masteryourmoney.today. Go and get it. It's a free download. It's the first thing you see on the page when you scroll down just a little bit. And it'll give you not only your money score, but it'll give you a kick in the pants, because most people that do it, they end up making more money, saving more money, and feeling so much better about who they are and having much better discipline around their finances. Now, that leads me on to something about business. So this is what I was saying before. If you have your own business, if you're self-employed, if you're a coach, if you're a thought leader, like 1,000 people here in Bondi, then there's something that you really need to know. So what I just explained to you, we're going to start talking about this thing. What I just started to explain to you is what's called a lead magnet, right? That's the thing where you put your email address in, you get that free thing, and it makes a big difference to your life. You get really high value, and it's free, right? So all you have to put in is your email address. That is a lead magnet, and on my website, that lead magnet does one special thing. Not only does it give you awesome results, and huge clarity and make you go, holy crap, I didn't realize it was like that. But it does something really special, and I'm going to try and do it while holding my camera. Actually, I don't need to. So, a lead magnet is to do one special thing. When your person downloads the lead magnet, what you want them to do is they think they are here in their life. They think their situation, let's give you some scenery, they think their situation is here, and they think their problem is here. And they're trying to fix a problem that they think is that big. The job of the lead magnet is to stretch the gap. This is from an amazing coach called Taki Moore. You need to show them that actually they think their problem's here, but really their problem is there. You want to show them that their problem is actually bigger than they thought. And they think they want to be here, but really you want to show them with your lead magnet that they actually want to be way over there. So what you're doing is stretching the gap. It's called stretching the gap. Taki Moore, a really, really cool coach. Very expensive, but he knows his stuff. Oh, not expensive because you get returns. Anyway, stretch the gap. That's what a lead magnet is supposed to do, right? It's not just some pretty thing or, like a recipe or a poem or a list of things. The key purpose of the lead magnet is to stretch the gap. Check it out, they're fixing the pool again. Yay. How good is using a gurney? Such a satisfying experience. Everybody loves using the gurney. Now I'm going to head up here and I'm going to answer the last little question that I keep getting asked by finding a stick, drawing you a picture in the sand. Good old grassy knoll. So a couple of people have been asking me, I've been doing some really cool one-on-one sessions with people about their finances, and one of the things that always comes up is, what's your strategy, Stace? Like, why are you doing this gold and silver stuff, and why now? So as soon as I find a stick, I'm going to draw you a quick picture, then I'm going to sign off. Here's my stick. Where's some sand? Now I got to figure out how to make this thing point straight down. Oh, I went up. Hello, sky. How you doing? So remember that about the lead magnet. Remember that about, if you want a great example of a lead magnet, head to my website. Honestly, it's going to make things easy for you. So when it comes to investing, here is time. Where's my stick? There it is. Here's time. And this is what I believe. So you've got multiple asset classes. I believe that gold and silver and crypto are on the rise. And then eventually they'll come back down again. And then they'll go back up again. Currently, I believe that property is very high. And it's coming down. And there'll be a point where it looks like this. An overlapping wave. And then it'll go up again. And then it'll go down again. Now, asset classes often have a bit of an inverse relationship. Gold and silver is often used as a hedge against money printing from the Fed, bubbles in the share market, bubbles in the property market, and I believe we're about here. So I'm buying gold and silver down here with the expectation, or at least the hope, that it's going to go up to a point where I can sell the gold and silver here and then buy property when it's down here. And then it's going to switch probably again, who knows. But that is my investment strategy. So if people are asking and people are wondering what it is and how it is that I'm doing it, now, once again, I'm not a financial advisor and I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I do some study and that's what I think's going on. So hopefully that's useful to you, to lock it into your head like how it works and how the big guys do it. Some people do that on a daily scale. They do that on a down to the second. But that's how I'm doing it, and I'm in no rush. Patience is a huge part, I think, of succeeding when it comes to investing. Patience is very key. So just before I sign off, just want to remind you again to look out at how freaking good this place is. But I want to remind you to diversify your media sources, because I think at the moment, if you're just watching TV, you're probably terrified and misinformed. That is a strong opinion of mine. You need to be, and what I mean by TV is also a bit of YouTube, because YouTube is a little bit like that too. So you need to diversify your media sources. And I've mentioned it in my last video, all the different platforms that I'm using. So I highly recommend you start thinking that way. Anyway, look guys, that's it from me. Supposed to keep my videos under 12 minutes, and I know this has gone over. I hope you can hear me over the noise. Sure you can, because I got a good kit. You have the ability to make this world a better place. Don't forget it. Don't forget that. You have the ability to lead, you have the ability to inspire people around you. So if you're getting information that other people don't have, make sure you share it. Make sure you comment, like, and share. You know, and I'm not just talking about this video, I'm talking about other stuff, because there's a lot of people who are misinformed and they're sucked into the big, scary fear porn, you know, and they're frozen stiff, and that's not okay. Have an amazing day. See you next week. Mwah.